What's up, guys? I just wanted to say before you get into the video that first of all, I'm sorry that this video is very unprofessional. You can tell I'm in a lot of pain and I did not do well in hiding that, and I was judging, well, not judging, but I was thinking about whether I should even upload this or not, but in the end I decided to, because even though it's not very professional, I'm in a lot of pain throughout it, and you can very clearly tell that it's honest. So I just, I want you guys to know me for me, and with all that entails, the good, the bad, the ugly, and so on and so forth. So I hope you can look past all of my awkwardness and stopping every so often and still enjoy the video and still get something out of it. And I thank you guys so much for your support. We're one away from 400 subscribers, and I thank you guys so much, and I love you all, and I hope you enjoy despite my awkwardness, and well, enjoy the video. What's up, guys? It's Christian, and I am still sick as a dog, but that's besides the point. Today I'm going to be talking about studying other religions, whether Christians should study other religions, and why not, the dangers of studying other religions if there are any, and so on and so forth. So, yeah, let's get on with the video. I don't know where I was going elsewhere with that. I had something in my head and it flew out of my head, which is a very common thing with me. So with that, I will just skip right on to the video before I continue rambling on. So a good thing to point out is that there is nothing in the Bible that says Christians can't study other religions. In fact, I think it is very good to study other religions, and you're hindering your ability to be a witness quite a bit if you don't study other religions, in my opinion at least. So there is a teaching in the Bible in Luke chapter 6 verse 39 that the blind can't lead the blind, or else they'll just go into a ditch and end up falling and not going anywhere. And even though that the original context doesn't apply to speaking about other religions and learning about other religions, I think it can still be applied that way, because if you're going to witness to other religions, how are you going to witness effectively if you don't know anything about that religion and what they teach and their customs and so on and so forth? And again, I'm having some throat problems, so just bear with me. I know it's probably kind of awkward for you guys to see me huffing and puffing like that, but it's just something that's there and I have to power through, so just bear with me. So again, how are you going to teach about Christianity to other religions if you don't know anything about that religion? You can't, because you don't know anything about that religion, as I've said 100 times, and I feel like that's getting rhetorical. But anyway, it's a good point to drive home. If you don't know anything about the religion you're trying to turn to Christianity, you're not going to get anywhere. You're going to be asked a question that's going to stump you, and they're going to end up thinking that Christianity is just another false religion made by some crazy zealot, and you're just not going to get anywhere in witnessing to them about Christ and teaching them that Christ is the only true way to God. Another thing that we can only be aware of if we study other religions is that a lot of other religions teach a lot of the same base things that Christianity teaches, such as peace, and a lot of religions teach that God exists, but Jesus isn't the way, or that he was only a prophet, or so on and so forth. But they teach a lot of the core things that Christianity teaches, but they have a lot of what I call nuances, such as they teach that Jesus was only a prophet. They teach that there are multiple ways to God, but God exists, and so on and so forth. And there are a lot of nuances that you're not going to be aware of unless you know the ins and outs of that religion. And so you need to study that religion deeply to be able to answer those questions that a lot of people wouldn't even be aware of. And again, when they were asked those questions, they would become stumped, and no good would come of that. And in Luke chapter 6 verse 40, it says that a student will not become greater than his teacher, and whether that's a universal truth or a case-by-case thing is debated. But even if you're not talking about other religions, it is important to know about other religions so that you can teach more and more to those who you disciple about the gospel, so that they will be well prepared when they go out and preach the gospel themselves and make disciples themselves. Now, with all this being said, as I said earlier, I believe, there are still a lot of dangers to learning about other religions, and one of those dangers, and probably the most important danger, is coming to believe that religion's beliefs if you're not firm in your faith. if you're gonna study other religions, especially in depth, you need to be firm in your own faith in Christ, or else you're gonna fall into their beliefs. And of course, that's not going to be good if you're trying to witness to other people about Christ, because you can't witness about Christ if you fall out of belief in Christ. And that's kind of obvious, but another danger we need to be aware of, and this pertains more to the other religion, is possible bias from the people we're learning from. So if they, especially if you read from books, if they happen to have some kind of bias against Christianity, they might over embellish some details, they might exaggerate, and so on and so forth. So we need to do our research on our teacher, or if you're reading from a book, on the author, to make sure that they are as unbiased as possible. So with all that being said, even though studying other religions is a very powerful tool, I also believe that you should be very careful with doing so. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and forgive my awkwardness, for lack of a better word, because as I said, my throat is hurting, and whenever that happens, it tends to activate my panic as well, and so it's just one big huge mess. So I hope you can look past that and still enjoy this video, and I hope that it was at least somewhat informative, and I will see you guys in the next one. See you later.